So this Tableau doubt session, right? This is conducted just because uh, to create a platform for all those Tableau developers where we can discuss all the roadblocks that you face. Because when I was working, many of us when we are working, right, when we face an issue, it is not, we cannot, what do you say, find where we can address those issues, right? So that is the reason we started this, to create one platform which will be reoccurring at any point, like every like I'll come to that point. So wherever you have any doubts or roadblocks, this is place where we can discuss. It is not like something a session that I'm planning to deliver. It is a platform where even if you know the solution, I'm very happy if you can take lead, and if you can share deliver someone else's doubt. This is just a platform that we are creating to make lives better for Tableau developers, right? Why for only Tableau? Because I know only Tableau. I know Tableau and SQL, right? So that is why I'm creating this platform, right? So this will happen on every second and fourth Sunday of the month. Second Sunday that already happened. This is the fourth Sunday of the month, right? So every second and fourth Sundays we are planning to conduct these sessions, because like once in every 2 weeks, so that we have comfortable space to sit there and talk about these blog sessions, right? So you can join this Telegram group. Srikanth, can you please share the Telegram group in the link? So you can use this Telegram group, right? Or you can register at rayapatianalytics.com to get access, right? So this, why are we creating this Telegram group, is because we need one place, right? Everyone, all of us should be at one place, so that you will know any updates that we are planning in. Okay. And if you are an expert in Tableau, or if you are an expert in SQL and you want to solve doubts for the people, then yes, you are welcome. You can contact this number via WhatsApp, or you can call on that number if you want to take an active participation in this doubt sessions, right? So along with that, we do provide Tableau training. For that also, you can contact the same number. And there are certain things which are we are planning Tableau training offline and online, and also we are planning Tableau training 2 to 4 p.m. IST in April, right? Even for the people who want to learn Tableau in Telugu, we are planning that also. So offline training will be given at our institute in Nizampet. Okay. So, and there is a free SQL training that is already started. It will be happening today at 2 p.m. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So that being said, any doubts? Yeah. Yeah. Please go ahead and. Am I on?
Hello, Rajesh or Rayapati.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah, I mean, how to reduce the query execution time? If you write any query in that dashboard level,
Okay. How to
yeah, I mean
reduce
the
the?
query execution time. If we write any calculated query,
Okay.
yeah, if anything, any query, not specific query.
No.
If
No.
it's take long time to execute, how to reduce the query time? Is there
It
any
is
process?
every query. Now again, when you are talking about things, if it is, if you are talking about a live connection, every time if the query is going to the data source,
Present we are using
pardon?
extract connection. In extract connections,
The
cases.
extract connection, it is not always, not only about the calculated fields. It is about the filters that you use, the number of marks that you have, the data that you are bringing, and even in the filters, how you are using those filters. Did you use
Okay,
that apply button, or you didn't use that apply button?
yeah, okay.
Right? Are you
But
using?
my no, okay. My question is, if if we change any in that calculated field, if that can we reduce that execution time or not?
Yeah,
It's not
depends on
extra,
what the calculation field is. When you look at that field, then only we can decide how we can reduce this.
okay.
Because every calculation, now see, when you are writing a calculation, there is a long way of writing it and there is a short way of writing it. In a doubt session before, not this, before one to that. Actually, it happened that they wanted that, like, if the start time is, there is one, pardon, guys, okay. If there is a report that is started and there is ended in, if that is ended in this week, they want the number of hours, and if that is ended in next week, they wanted, what do you say, to remove Saturdays and Sundays. Initially, when we were writing, we took a long route of calculations and we wrote a very lengthy one, somewhere around 7 to 8 lines. But later we took weeks into consideration, which took only 2 lines of code, right? So the way you write, the number of calculations that you are using, right? So we have to look at the calculation and understand, if you are thinking that this is going to give you a problem, then we need to understand why is that is giving a problem, and then only we can actually deliver. Otherwise, because every calculation and every situation and scenario is different, right? Unless until you don't understand that, you cannot give a proper output, right?
Yes. If you yeah, okay, we will reduce the size with the extract filters, or we will use don't use that global filters or quick filters. With the help of that, we will reduce that. But that interviewer asked me about how can
Yes,
you reduce that query execution time with the help of the only calculators.
that is what
The
number
interviewer
number
asked
of
the same that
see,
like question, but
for everything, for every calculation that you write, right? It has to go to the database and it has to fetch the value, bring it and use it in your calculation. So the
yeah,
more such operations are there, more time it is going to take. That is obvious, right? That we generally call in SQL as input and output, in PL SQL actually, input and output, IO operations. So the
okay,
more number of calculations that you write, the more functions that you use, the more times it has to go and fetch the data, the more time it is going to take, right?
okay,
So we need to find a way to reduce that number of input output operations.
okay.
Hello.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you, Rajesh.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, hi sir. I My name is Ajit. So just wanted to know about empty extract and referential integrity.
Okay, so empty extract, anyways, I cannot show you. Like, I cannot publish an empty extract and show you. But here, if you see, this is my orders, right? And here, okay, that is directly connecting to the extract. This is a public actually. But anyways, now and generally when we are creating an empty extract, what we do is we make the number of the number of rows that you are getting as zero. How do we do that? In extract filter actually. I'm not getting an extract here. In extract filter, we will put a false condition. Okay?
Yeah, I think we need to create the parameter after that calculation. Post that we can do this, right?
No, no, you
Just
can use
wanted to
only.
know what exactly.
Okay, what exactly is an empty extract? That is what you are saying.
Correct, correct,
See, what happens is
correct.
when you have these number of rows of data, right? Now sometimes it is not possible for us to publish that data source from desktop to server. So then what we'll do is we will create an empty extract and we will publish that to server. When we are creating an empty extract, we just have the tables, and we in that will not have any data, because in the extract filter we'll put a false condition. So because of that, the number of there is no row, zero rows of data you'll get. Then you'll publish it to the data source, and then you will do a full refresh, so that now the refreshing of the extract is happening at the server end, not at the desktop end. So that you are now, that burden is not taken by Tableau desktop, but is taken by Tableau server. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Thank
Yeah. And coming to referential integrity, now here there are two places actually. When I come here, you can see data assume referential integrity here. At the same time, there is something called referential integrity here in relationships. Okay, this am I not getting this? Okay, here even in the options of this, I'm not. I should. But okay, what is assume referential integrity is but generally what happens is, now let me connect that data. Now, this is my EMP table, right? We are seeing all those employee details, all these, right? Here, these are the EMP tables, EMP details, right? Now, this is my DEP. Now, if you observe, ignore these ones. So, if you observe here, you are having, what do you say, all these four departments, right? And whatever the department that is present in EMP table belongs to one of these departments, right? It belongs to one of these departments. Now, when I go here, when I bring them and do the join, right? When I bring them and do the join, and here when I'm saying assume referential integrity, right? Now, what happens is whenever whenever Tableau wants, if you're asking sum of sales, right? Now, in general, as there are two tables, Tableau has to query both the tables and get the data, because sometimes there might be a data that might be missing, or sometimes there might be some tables here. If I'm taking full outer join, there might be some employees who are not having any department. In common sense, it doesn't make any sense, but assume if there are employees who are having who are present without any department in that. Now, then you went here and clicked on assume referential integrity. Then what Tableau does is, in order to speed up its operations, whenever it is aggregating, it will not check with the values from the department table. It will directly take the values from here when you put this assume referential integrity. And what are we saying when we check this assume referential integrity? We are saying that for every record in this table, there is a record that is existing in here. Okay, so now when I take this department number, and this sales, generally first it has to check whatever the department it is having and whatever is the sales. But when you click assume referential integrity, it will directly query these and will give you directly query based on this column and this column, and directly give you the data. It will not query this table. And that is how you will increase the performance. But now this is going to be a problem if there is any record that is existing here, and for that there is no corresponding department, then your output is erroring here. So that is why, if you are confident that for every record in here there is a reference in there is a record that is referred in here, then only go and click this assume referential integrity. Else do. Okay.
So it means if one table is there, so we cannot.
Pardon? Can you speak a bit loud?
Yeah, if it is a one table, we cannot use that, right? So it means
But
two
one
tables
table
is
doesn't
required.
make any sense.
Yes, two tables.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Can you show live connection in Tableau Public?
Tableau
Public.
we cannot, I think we cannot connect to those direct data sources, right? When you are using Tableau Public, you have only limited number of data sources in there. So that is why when we are connecting via Tableau Public, it is not possible to connect to databases and get the data directly via live.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Rajeshwar.
Hi, hi.
Hi, this is Naresh.
Hello.
But
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Hello, sir. I am Gopi.
Hi, hi.
Sir, what is the difference between table calculation and calculation field, sir?
Generally, when you are taking table calculations, right? In general, whenever you are taking your calculation, if I'm bringing here any calculation, I'm writing here uh, split of customer name, comma space. Okay, I need to mention which one. Okay, apply. Okay. Now when I'm using this here, right? Now I use this on my customer name. So when I'm using my regular calculations, they are happening at the row level. Whatever these calculations I'm using, they are happening at the row level. At the same time, if you bring your any of your measures, they are getting aggregated. But all the row level data is getting aggregated and is being shown. Now these are your regular calculations. Now what is a table calculation? Table calculation is what uh, are those calculations that are used on the view level data. When I'm bringing this field, this data is obtained from the data source that you have, which is sample superstore. But when I am writing any table calculation on this, now this table calculation is performed on the output of your view, whatever the view you have, right? This is the view that you are getting. On this view, your table calculations are being performed. So regular calculations, they work on the database and at the row level or an aggregated level. But table calculations will always work on the view level, not on the database. Clear?
hi, Rajeshwar.
Hi, hi.
I have one question.
Mhm.
What is the difference between the publishing and embedded data?
Okay. Now, generally published data source is you publish that data source into Tableau server. Okay. So then it will become a Tableau data source, TDS.
Okay.
Right? But embedded is whenever you are publishing, when I publish this workbook directly to the server, you are embedding your database within that workbook and you are publishing it. So now this data source, whatever you have embedded, is only for that workbook. You cannot use that data source for other workbooks. Whereas if the data source is a published data source, then you can use it in there as well. Use it in other workbooks as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, hi Rayapati, this is Madan.
Hey, Madan, hi.
Can you explain relations?
Explaining relationships is not a one class thing. It's a huge but I'll tell you why relationships is required. Now, generally what happens is whenever you are having your data source, right? Now, generally when you do joins,
Rajeshwar, but the whole one thing, what is when we use relationships and when we use joins in simple cases, because of the
actually
relationships are
basically try to start using relationships whenever and wherever possible. Because relationships cover a diverse, very diverse application compared to joins or blending for that matter. The reason is every table that you have, right? Every table that you bring in here, when it is a relationship, every table is present at its own level of granularity. Whenever you are joining, this thing will not happen. The tables are not present at their own level of granularity. Here, if you see, in this, there are two tables, EMP and EPT. This table has its own granularity and this table has its own granularity. But after joining, a table with a new granularity is emerging. So this will create a lot of problems when we are working. by problems I mean, if I want to, do I have, okay, let me connect. Guys, please. Now I'm bringing my AMP and I'm bringing my. Now, if you see here, there is one in the DEPD. There is a column called target. Let me show you that. There's a column called target for department number 10. The target is 8,000. But the moment I join these two tables, I'm bringing the department. Let me make this as guys, please mute. Come to dimension. Here also. Now, if you see, I am bringing department number and I am bringing target. And I am bringing this in here. Now, what are you seeing? Where earlier it is 10, now it is showing 24. That is because of the duplication. Whenever you have joined, you are seeing the duplicated departments. For them, you are getting the duplicated target values as well. So that is why it is changing for the overall. So this is the biggest problem with joins because you cannot trust your data. But the same thing, if I convert this into a union, if I convert this into a relationship, then you come and see you are getting the proper targets. Okay, so that is the reason. Always start using relationships, but there are certain complications using relationships. That are a very big story to talk about because you need to understand how relationships work, how to use filtering in that, how to get different joins in that. And if you want to bring column from one table to another table, what you use, all this stuff, if you understand, then okay, then you can understand how this Tableau is working. And then, relationships are working. And then you can understand that, okay, then you can understand the proper functioning. So start with relationships. If you are not able to get what you want to get using your relationships, then come to joins. 99% relationship should address your requirement. And blending, 99% blending will happen when you cannot connect to the data source using cross database join. Right? Whenever you go to the data source, you have add button here, right? This is for the cross database. So whenever you want to work between two data sources, and here when you trying to use cross database data source and they're grayed out like these, then we cannot use them in relationship. Then you can go for blending. Okay.
What is trend lines when we are using?
Pardon?
Trend lines.
I didn't get you.
Trend lines.
10 lines.
Yeah.
Trend lines. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Trend lines.
trend lines generally, when I'm bringing my order date. I'm bringing my right. Now here you have your trend. Now trend lines give how your whatever the graph of yours is, how is it going? Is it going in a positive way or it is going in a negative way? It will give you a proper direction for your data. And it is even showing you how that in the tooltip, if you can see, it is clearly showing you how it is calculated as well. The R squared value, P value. This again, if you want to go into this is a bit more into data science part. So I'm not going into that. But yeah, trend lines will give you how your data, how are you moving with your data. So my sales are increasing day by day, right? My sales, it is showing me a positive slope. If my sales are decreasing, it will show me a negative slope. Okay.
Hi Rajesh sir, I have one doubt. So suppose
Uh-huh.
that while we are creating a chart, so suppose that we are creating chart on the week number. So we are getting week 1, week 2, week 3. So on first week, I want week 1 and next will be 2 as a axis 2, 3, 4. It will not show every time week, week,
Wait,
week.
can you come again? Here we are having
Normally if it
weeks.
week, yes, so I don't want week every time. We want on first time we want week 1, then it will be visible as a 2, 3, 4, 5.
You don't want all these weeks.
Yes, yes, because this is not visible good on if we are creating on visualization. On first time it will show as a week 1, and remaining it should be as 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can you show me the formula again?
Okay. Let me paste this in your chat box. Okay.
Yeah, Rajesh sir, this is Devanshu this side.
Hi.
So, we come across a lot of times the same question as a major difference between a join and a relationship. If you can just explain a major difference.
That is what we discussed just now, right? Whenever you are doing a join, right? Whenever you are doing a join, it always and always, always and always. Let me come here. Yeah. So the granularity of the data. Now here, at any point of time, whenever you are using joins, the granularity, DEPT here, there is no granularity for DEPT table if you see. It is getting repeated for EMP table. So there is no separate granularity for DEPT table. But does DEPT table have a granularity? Yes, because in my DEPT table, I have only 4 columns, right?
Okay.
So as I am at the as and when I'm using joins, it is losing its granularity. Now the trust on data is also not present. Now here, if we come here and see my department, my target value is 8,000 for department 10 and 9,000 for 20 and 11,000 for 30. Now, rather than doing a join, a relationship, I'm doing a join. So when I'm doing this, what am I getting here? What is this stuff? Yeah. Now here, am I getting 8,000? No, I'm getting 24,000 because department number 10 in EMP is present 3 times. 8 3 is 24. Department number 20 is present 5 times. 9 5 is 45. So the data is getting duplicated. So we cannot trust the data that comes via a join. Again, then you need to use LODs or somewhere you need to find a way to normalize this data. So that is why generally majority of the times people prefer relationships than joins because
Wait.
granularity of the tables is maintained, and when the data is coming from those tables, the granularity between these tables is understood, and then that is how you will get the data accurately.
I think relationships are faster than the joins.
Uh, again, it is, I cannot tell you directly because see, again, when you come to filtering, if this is a join, it is going filtering in only one table. But when it is relationships, it is filtering across tables. Now again, when in relationship you go in deep, they will clearly say, tell you processes how to get data filtered, how to make sure that the filter will go and query only one table. What in general, if you don't use it the way it is supposed to use, it will go and filter multiple tables, which will reduce or slow, make your dashboard slow. So everything, even joins and relationships, I cannot say relationships are faster, but if you use it properly, yes, relationships are faster. You need to understand them very carefully. They are not as simple as joins. They are a bit complicated, but if you understand them and if you execute them properly, then yes,
Yeah. My
relationships
okay. One more
faster
doubt.
than joins.
Giants are nothing but that the first two tables are combining after that, then the aggregated values. Is it right?
Pardon? Can you come in?
First, if you are using giants, first two tables
Mhm.
are combining after that the values are aggregated to that result
Mhm.
table.
Mhm.
Is it right? Because of before you showed
You create
uh,
one new table when you join these two, right?
yeah, yes. Because of when we show that values, it is aggregating after the combining 20, 30.
It
Before
is
that, we
for
get 10, 20.
every department that you are seeing, you are getting that 8,000, right?
Yeah, yes, yes.
So when I'm doing an aggregation, the total data is getting aggregate.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Hi, Raj. Sorry, I had a question. I had a doubt. Um, I'm working with two measure values, sales and
Mhm.
profit. I want to color mark only one of them,
Okay.
and when I drag
Uh,
sales, it does both.
okay. I'm just dragging category here, and you bring profit, and then you bring sales. So you are saying you only want to color sales but not profit.
Right.
Then where is your measure names? Bring this to not measure name. Let me bring measure values to color. And the moment you bring, and you see here, use separate legend. Now you get separate legend for profit and sales. So now if you want to have this is in one single color.
First, select two colors, Rajeshwar. Two color divergent.
Sorry, yeah. Thank you, Kalpana. And that is what I was wondering. So this side take black and this side also take black. And stepped only two colors. Apply. So here you are getting single color. Now for sales, whatever color you want, you can give it.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah.
But in such cases, can we drag that sales into the colors? What will we get?
Which one?
Yeah, sales measure to the color field.
Sales into color, you will get only sales for color. Now if you bring sales into color, okay, let's do that. Right? Both are colored based on sales values.
Okay.
Okay.
Good morning, Rajeshwar. I am Andrew from Delhi.
Hey, Andrew. Hi.
Yes, so I have two doubts. The first
Mhm.
doubt is that we publish dashboards on Tableau online. So
Okay.
I work for a company that is based on Tableau.
Mhm.
Okay. So when I am giving my online access to my client,
Mhm.
so they have a particular dashboard that is their favorite, something like they have found their own analysis in the dashboard. But next time when they are logging in, they have to do a lot of procedures to get to that particular dashboard. For example, the filters and the legend, whatever it is.
Okay.
So, is there any way that I can bookmark my particular dashboard with particular selected filters?
Yes, you can. I think Prasad or Peter, are you people presenting here?
Yeah, Rajesh.
Yeah, Prasad, can you
Yeah,
give me a question?
yeah. Actually, he's asking like once he published the dashboard, something is happening or changing it, right? That's what you're saying.
No. Like, see, now I do dashboards for my client.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he'll be refreshing it on a daily basis or, tell about 6 hours refreshing, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
when he's viewing the dashboard now and he's applying some particular filters,
Right.
so he's getting some information on that. Okay,
Okay.
that is the crucial information that is required for the client. Now he's logging out and he's going to give his presentation to his boss. So again, he
Okay.
has to apply all the filters and show. So instead of applying it again, is there any
Okay.
way that
Yeah,
I
you can
can,
use custom use. You can use custom use whatever you want. Just there is an option called custom use. If you click on that,
custom use? Okay.
yes. If you click on that, one of the view whatever you want, you can save it on your name by applying the filters. Like, see,
So it will be
your manager.
saved along with the filters, correct?
Yes, yes,
Whatever
yes, yes,
filters that I've applied.
yes. That's what. It will be saved on separate tab under custom use tab. You can you can whenever you want to see that fields whatever you applied previously, you can get it.
Okay.
Okay, even though you can subscribe to that particular custom view if you want, that will be sending it out to your manager or your team member, whatever they want.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
I'm
And
saying custom use
Okay.
URL.
What are the other one?
so the other one is, can I just share my screen because I have just come across one particular view that I am confused with, that is created
Yeah,
on Tableau.
carry.
So is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes, just a minute. So are you able to see this view? So this is a year-on-year comparison.
Okay.
Okay. So here, okay, if you can just see the FY1 on the filters, you can choose any year, okay, any financial year, and FY2 also can be any financial year. But when we are giving the analysis, it will be showing the comparison. In the chart, we have two bars, that is FY1 and FY2.
Okay.
It is showing the comparison, and the arrow mark that is present on the corner is showing whether year on year FY1 compared to FY2 is a drop or an increase.
Yeah.
So I just wanted some suggestions on how to make this chart, because I found it a little tricky on this part, because we are selecting
This
FY1, FY2.
this you can actually, I think it is a dual axis chart. Okay. Can you stop sharing?
Sure. Just
yeah. So let me share my screen. Now, if you see here, let me write just, I'm taking YTD only.
okay.
Okay, just a problem. There is a small problem here. What is the order date is having? Okay, I just want to get 2022 data. Okay, now I'm getting YTD. I'm just getting the whole year data. I'm not just to speed up the process.
Okay. So basically, are we calculating them in bins? I mean, are we first segregating the data into bins?
Not bins. Just give me a second. I'm bringing this in here. So this is my current year data. And let me duplicate this and edit this. And here I'm saying -1 to get the previous year data. Okay. These are the 2 years data. Okay. Now
Just cut, copy, paste this particular code on the chat box if possible.
this is nothing. It's direct a calculation.
Yes. So suppose if I having a data of 10 years of data, okay, approximately around 6 years of combined data. So in this particular thing, how do I segregate the years for every financial
You
year?
have a date field, right? Based on that, you have.
Yes.
Then you
Yes.
have a
That's the
date.
reason I'm asking that we are creating like a bin or a group for every
It's not
financial
bin or
year.
a group. It is just two fields. I'm using my measure names and measure values, two field values.
Okay.
Okay. Not a group, not a bin. Now I'm writing a calculated field which says you want year over year, right?
Yes.
This is percentage. Now this I'm bringing in here, and here I am taking shapes.
See, this part I have understood. The thing is, what I am asking is that your process is right. I am understanding, but here now you have fixed your years, correct? This is my financial year. This is my financial year. It's fixed, but in that it's not fixed. You will have a drop down. You can select the financial year out of the data.
To get that, then you need to find those years of data, right? So if you
So
want
that's
to
what
get
I'm asking. So I have a data set that has 6 years
uh,
of financial year data. Now, if I have to select year by year, okay, I can choose any year I want. So, if I have to choose any year I want out of the data, what is the procedure that I have to do? Should I create
okay, if you
groups of
want
every
to choose
financial
any
year?
year, actually speaking, here in this order date, you have this option, right? Now you can select any year that you want.
Yes, you.
Now here, rather than taking, you can directly, okay, um, fiscal year. Otherwise, actually, it's a very long calculation. If you want, then if you want a fiscal year, then you need to write to understand. Now here the problem is not getting the fiscal year, but to get the values for that
Yes.
period of time. So if you
Yes.
want to get fiscal year's values, then you need to calculate like
Yeah. So.
Again, for fiscal year, it is going to be a bit tricky. Getting them directly is going to be a tricky part. FY23, it is from.
You need to use a parameter, right?
Even before parameter, we need to get the values.
Parameter, creating parameters is easy, but linking the parameter for the calculated field and the calculation part is where I was
Is tricky.
stuck.
Yes, that is where it is. We are stuck.
That is where I was also stuck.
For this, actually, now generally, how is this calculation feels? This. So FY23, what does FY23 does? Now you need to understand these. You need to get the month values, right? If you want FY23, you need you need FY22 April till December. So if you want FY23 data, then okay, let's take FY20. If you want FY22, then you should get from April 2021 till March 2022.
Yes.
Right? So in order to get that, then you have to write the calculations accordingly. So you can create a parameter, but here now here it is FY 2022, right? Like the way you asked, we can create a parameter. And in this, let me take string. And in the list, I'm taking FY21, FY22, FY22, FY21, and all that other stuff, FY20 and stuff. Now you identify this. FY22 is equal to FY22. Here what you need to write, you need to get the previous year data. So year of just a minute, just use it. Yeah. Okay, now it is starting. So year of after a date. I'm just doing the manual way. I think you can automate it later. Year of 2020 today and month of order date. Now here, when you are in 2022, you need only January, February, and March. So less than or equal to 3. Again in this, along with this, or because we need the previous month also, right? So I'm taking the same calculation. It should be -1 and this is greater than 3. Good. Like that you can write for I'm just writing for 1. Now if you see, this calculation will show true only for the same you can repeat. And minus
So it's the same thing for every financial year that we have to do. 22, 21, 20, everything.
So if you go here, if you see 21, then it will give you true for FY. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Any doubts?
And there's one more thing that what is the rough idea on ABC analysis?
What do you mean by ABC analysis?
So we do ABC analysis based on profit or sales for a organization or a company. So there are 3 categories, A, B, and C. So the A category, is changeable. Like if I want to see 60% of my customers, they fall under A, then 20 or 30 under B, and the last 10% or 5% under C. So this percentage that I am segregating my customers is up to the user, whatever percentage he wants it.
For this, I think one way is Pareto chart. I'm not sure, but the problem when we are working on this, the direct problem is in Tableau, the only such percentage things that we can do only using table calculation, not any other stuff. So here I'm taking my sales.
So no, I want to view all three simultaneously, A, B, and C.
That is what getting that percentages is the problem, because you want a cumulative percentage, right?
Yes.
The top 60, right? And then the top 20 and the bottom 20.
So now if I'm changing 60 to 80 and I'm changing B to 10, so automatically my C will be 10.
The parameter you can change that. It's not about changing them. It is about C. Now here, if you get this, right? Now I am taking percent of total. Right, let me go and show it in the format percentage. Right? On this, okay, we need to okay, let me do running total first. On this,
I think we select down the, you select across down the second.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Here you got the percentage. Now, based on this, you can take, see, top 60 till here. These are the customer contributing to the top 60. Right? From here, these are the customers who are contributing to the top 80. Now you can write your calculation, right? In the place of 0.8, you can use any other parameter if you want. These are coming as 80% also, where we let me show the format. Okay, if it is less than 80, it is taking. Yeah. Okay, we can even change the calculation. Okay, we can put equal. Should we get this right? Oh, why are these little values not coming? Somewhere some issues there, so we are not getting these. Oh, okay. Actually, it should have been this way. Still, where are we not getting these? I'm not sure why we are not getting these 4, 5 values, but we should have got this. Yeah, I'm not sure why we are not getting this. But yeah, this is the way that you're looking at, right? Different colors.
Yes, kind of, but it should be shown in bar graph, not the text.
Then you can just shift it here.
And yeah, so I think I will still. What time is the session still going on?
Next half an hour or so.
Okay, sure. Then I will just share the screen in some time because I will show you exactly what I am looking for.
Okay.
Okay. Sure. Thank you for the doubts that have been cleared, Rajeshwar. It was good.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi Rayapati.
Hi.
I have one number.
Can
I share my screen?
Just a moment. Yes.
Are you able to see my screen?
Not yet. Guys, can you please mute?
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah.
Is it visible now?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Actually, I am taking one parameter. In that parameter, I am
Getting
taking
some crosstalk. I'm not able to clearly.
Madan Mohan, I guess. Can you please?
Yeah. Actually, I am taking one parameter. Year, month, quarter. Whenever I am choosing year, then I am getting only year wise 2018, 19, 20. Okay. Quarter one and January, February, March. These are hidden. How to get? Whenever I am selecting year, then I am getting
Then do
year
sheet
wise.
sorting. Don't use direct. Use sheet sorting. Whatever you want, the output that you want, get them in one view.
Okay.
Year wise, in one, quarter wise in one, and month wise in one. Then do sheet sorting based on your parameter.
Okay. If it is not possible to get directly in
Date fields will always, whenever whatever data that whatever you put in there, whenever you drag a date field, it will always go to the highest date part that is present. In here, it is year. So direct it is not possible. If not, you have to convert them into strings and do, which is not advisable. So use sheet sort.
Okay.
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 Okay. Any more doubts?
Yeah. What are the difference between physical table and the logical table now?
That when you are using relationships, this is your physical logical table, right? Between two logical tables, you can only do relationships. And if you want to use joins, then you need to go to the physical.
Rajeshwar.
Can you please share?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Rayapati. Can we create a stack bar using calculated fields?
Yes, you can. Just a moment. Let me address a doubt that is going on here.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah.
So this is a logical table.
Yeah.
And between two logical tables, you can only do a relationship. And physical table is when you see here it is saying double click this logical table to see its physical table. If you want to do joins, then this is where you do the joins. Okay. So when it is relationships, it is logical tables.
Okay. If it is join, it is called a physical.
If you want to do joins, then yeah, you need to go to the physical table. And how do you do the physical table? Double click on a logical table, you will be taken to the physical table.
Hi Rayapati, Vishal here. I think this is not a correct part. I think this is the not table part. This is the layer part. When we do the extract part now, then it comes to the table part in that picture.
No,
means suppose you just click on this order table first. You just join any first people table. No, this is the relationship.
It is
Yeah, just
saying,
open
right?
it.
Logical table. This is a logical table which is called orders.
Yeah, but when you do the extract also, they're also getting option, no? Logical
That
table.
is when you want to save it as logical tables or physical tables. But for them to be saved, they should be existing as a logical or a physical table, right?
Okay.
This is where you identify them whether it is a logical table or a physical table. That is where you save them. That is the different thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Someone is asking about calculated fields, right?
Yeah. It's creating a calculated field, okay, and stacked bar out of a single dimension.
Yeah, that is what.
From a single dimension, I have created 4 calculated fields. From that 4 calculated fields, you need to create a stacked bar.
Yeah, if you want to create whatever the calculated fields are, now bring your measure name and measure values. And bring measure name to filter. And here I'm selecting only the calculation. These 2 calculations. Apply. Okay. I'm bringing this measure names to color. Right?
Okay.
This is your stack bar.
Thank you, Rayapati. And one more doubt. Let's say we have 3 conditions. Okay. One is like one, there should be tat should be 0, either 0 or 1. Okay. There are certainly 3 conditions. Okay. Can I make an if statement like tat 1, tat 2, tat 3? Tat 1 should be 1, tat 2 should be 0, and tat 2 should be 1. Okay, if these 3 are possible, then I need the count of these records. So can I make an if statement saying that tat 1 equal to 0 and tat 2 equal to 1 and tat 3 equal to 0, then
So this
give the path.
is one column.
Pardon?
This tag will contain only one column. All these tags are in one.
Yeah. Either it would be true or false. I mean 0 or 1.
No.
TAT, turnaround time.
No, that is okay. Turnaround time is equal, again, turnaround time should be equal to 1. That is one condition.
Either 0 or 1. Here.
0
Turnaround time equal to 1.
If TAT is equal to 1, and what is the next condition?
TAT1 equal to 0.
TAT1 is another column.
Yes.
Okay.
TAT3 is another column.
Okay, you can directly write it, right? TAT1 is equal to 1, TAT2 and or what do you want? If it is and, then you can write
1 is and 1 is or. Okay. One is like 1 0 1. The second one is 1 0 0.
Yeah, you can write that conditions, right? Tat is equal to 1 and tat1 is equal to 0. And
Or that, yeah.
Again, it depends. Or when you write an or, then you are saying, now, if these 2 are true,
Then I need the count of something else. Count of transaction ID.
or when you are saying tat2 is equal to again 1, then you are saying either this can be true or this can be true. If anything is of this is true, you are okay with that.
Yes.
The moment you put an and here, you are saying all these 3 should be true.
All these 3. Yes.
It depends on how you.
So I need to have a count of transaction
If you
ID.
want count, then you can go and take transaction ID here, not count. Get
Okay.
transaction ID and then put count out, like put count on the outer side.
Okay.
Because Tableau will throw you an error if you use an aggregation here.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Any more doubts?
Hi Rajesh.
Hey.
I want a visualization with 2 parameters. One with last 3 months data and the other one with current month data.
2 parameters?
Yeah.
So you want to use those parameters?
Yeah, I want to use those two
Let
parameters.
me pop this in here, right? Now, if you want a lot, what is the first parameter?
It contains last 3 months of data.
Last 3 months, right? Next parameter?
Sorry?
Second parameter, what does it contain?
It's current month data.
Okay, now here, or let me use date differently. Date of month, comma, let me take order date 22, comma today. Yes. Greater than 1 and same thing. Greater than or equal to. Yes. Less than or equal to 3. Then order date 22. This will give you last 3 months of data. When you take equal to, then it will give you current month. Right? This is giving you last 3 months. Now, when you are having your parameter, right, I'm creating my parameter, which is here I'm taking date and list. Now, when workbook opens, you can take that. I'm not getting, okay, this is date time, that is when I'm getting list. Now I'm creating a parameter. Here I'm taking date, list. When workbook opens, here select calculations. So whenever workbook opens, if it is opening in the current month, it will give you previous 3 months of data. If it is opening in the next month, then it will give you the previous 3 months, like this month, the month before this, and the month before that. Okay. The same way you can do for other parameters as well.
Okay. Can you paste that calculation in the chart window, please?
Yeah, calculation.
Yeah. So you just.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah.
Hi, Rajeshwar.
Hi.
I want to know the difference between logical table and physical table.
We
You
just
have
discussed
discussed
that.
earlier, right?
Yeah, we just discussed that, right?
Yeah.
Logical
Difference between both.
pardon?
Difference. I want to know difference between both tables.
That is what logical table is used when you are using relationships, and relationships are used to keep. Physical tables are used for joins, and at that time, the tables, all the tables that you used in join are the granularity of the individual tables is there. They have brought to a new level of granularity. Okay.
Rashur, one small doubt. Can we create joins or relationship basing on a date item, I mean, date column out of note?
You can.
Are there any limitations? There is no such limitations, right?
Limitation is, see, end of the day, the granularity on the both sides, it should be same.
Yeah, it is same.
Yeah, when it
Let's
is
say we have the same column same column name.
Yeah,
Everything is column.
as on date, I never saw any limitation, even if it is a date.
Okay. Thank you. And
I didn't notice it. If there are any, I'm not sure. But as of now, as of the work that I have did, I never faced any problem, even if it is a date.
okay.
Okay. Any more doubts, guys?
Question, one more doubt. Let's say if tat is t plus 1 and we does not want to include this thing, Saturday and Sunday.
Then remove it by this use in function, right? And
In
take
function.
only, yeah, see here, if you have now Sunday is 1 and Saturday is 7. Right?
Yes.
Now here I only want you are not getting Saturdays and Sundays. Okay.
Okay.
Please show me calculation.
Calculations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
Sir, example client requirement. Last year, 5 years ago, customer's name, sales, profit. It is possible, sir.
Last year?
Last 5 years ago, customer's name with sales or profit.
5 years ago, then
Any
you can
requirements,
equate
sir?
that year, right? All you need to do is that equate that year and the customer. Now I want last year's customer sales. Then
Any 5 years or 10 years, sir, ago, previous.
again,
Date, month, or year also.
All that matters is what you
Date,
take.
month, year also, sir. Mention to customer date, month, year.
Month, you want again not clear. Can you come again?
A client mentions also date, particularly date, month, year also, sir. Year also client requirement. Last 5 years ago, sir.
Yeah, 5 years ago, you want the data. That is clear. So
Yeah.
Then again, next point is?
Any sales or profit, sir?
Yeah, sales or profit, you can directly drag the measure and get it. Next.
And as well, date or month, year mention, sir.
Not clear. Are you comfortable in Telugu?
Yeah.
Or Hindi? Anything. Yeah, you can
నేను
talk.
అడిగేది
You can talk in Telugu.
లాస్ట్ 5 years క్లయింట్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ అడుగుతున్నారు సార్.
ఏంటండి? Guys, please don't.
Last 5 years ago,
because of that communication issue, I'm asking him to talk in Telugu. Yeah, చెప్పండి.
5 సంవత్సరాల క్రితంది డేటా అనేది అడుగుతున్నారు క్లయింట్ అనేది. వాటిలో డేటు, మంత్, ఇయర్ కూడా మెన్షన్ చేసి నాకు కావాలని చెప్తున్నారు సార్. అది
డేట్, మంత్, ఇయర్
అది పాసిబుల్ అవుతుందా సార్?
డేట్, మంత్, ఇయర్ అంటే హియర్ దిస్ ఇస్ ఇదేగా, అంటే ఇదేనా వాళ్ళనే డేట్, మంత్, ఇయర్ ఇట్లానేనా?
ఓకే,
మామూలు డేటే కదా.
వాటిలో మళ్ళీ కస్టమర్ నేమ్ కూడా యాడ్ చేసి
ఇక్కడ కస్టమర్ నేమ్ యాడ్ చేయండి. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే.
అంటే మీకు లాస్ట్ 5 years ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ లాస్ట్ 5
సేమ్
years
షీట్‌లో మళ్ళీ సేల్స్ అండ్ ప్రాఫిట్ వస్తది సార్?
ఓకే.
ఓకే.
ఇదేనా?
అదే సార్.
ఇంక లాస్ట్ 5 years అంటే ఇక్కడ మీరు ఇలా తీసుకోవడమే. నేను లాస్ట్ 2 years బ్యాక్ డేటా తీసుకుంటున్నా.
ఓకే.
ఓకే 2020 డేటా. ఓకే.
ఓకే. అది మళ్ళీ జీరోస్ రిమూవ్ చేయాలంటే సార్ వాటిలో?
యూ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ జీరోస్ ఇన్ దిస్ రైట్?
ఇది లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్ ఇయర్ పక్కన జీరోస్ ఉన్నాయి కదా సార్ అవి?
Okay.
I think time is asking you.
Yeah, that's what I removed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any more doubts, please?
Rajesh,
Yeah.
So do we get any recordings for the earlier doubt sessions?
All are present in my channel, right?
Okay. I recently joined a Telegram group. I am not aware of that.
So this is don't go by those song grades. My kid listens to them. So this is my channel. And in this, I think it's thing we need to. Yeah, this is the last week's talk session.
Oh, okay. You talk about the YouTube channel, I thought. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, let me share this in the chat as well. Ritan, can you share the Telegram group link? Okay. Or let me get it directly from PPT here. I think you should open this in mobile only. Browser, I'm not sure if this will work.
Yeah, browser it's not working. I tried. Mobile it was.
Telegram links, they have the problem.
The Telegram group, if it is WhatsApp,
Telegram. Because if it is WhatsApp group, you have limitation, right? Only 256 people. That is
no. I'm just telling about opening.
And one more thing, actually, let me open my LinkedIn account. Actually, I created a LinkedIn group as well. This is easy to share because it will not have any browser related problem. So, this group, yes. Let me share this LinkedIn group so that we will get regular updates from us. Yeah. So yeah, any doubts, anyone?
సార్ ఇందాక ఇప్పుడు క్యాలిక్యులేషన్ మీరు షేర్ చేస్తారా సార్? అది చేశారు కదా రేట్ ఫంక్షన్. కెన్ యూ షేర్ దిస్? సార్ దీనిలో ఓన్లీ మంత్ ఇయర్ కావాలంటే సార్?
మంత్ అంటే వ్యూలో మంత్ ఇయర్ మాత్రమే కావాలి అంటే దాన్ని
డేట్ అవసరం లేకుండా ఓన్లీ ఇయర్ మంత్.
ఓకేనా?
ఓకే.
I took just month, this month. Earlier it was exact date. And now
ఓన్లీ డేట్ ఇయర్ కావాలంటే సార్ అది రిమూవ్ చేయటం, మంత్ రిమూవ్ చేయాలి అంతే కదా సార్?
ఈ మంత్ మీద ఓన్లీ డేట్ కావాలంటే then go to exact date. You'll get it.
Okay.
Okay.
ఓకే ఎవ్రీ 3 months అంటే క్వార్టర్లోకి వెళ్ళాలి అంతే కదా?
అంతే క్వార్టర్.
ఓకే థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I think any more doubts, guys?
One last question, Rajeshwar.
Oh, you have.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, someone is asking. Sorry, Rajesh.
Yeah. Just a yes, union. Yeah.
Sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Table calculation or table calculation are same, sir. Topic.
No. Table calculation and fixed table calculations, they are not at all same. Not even in 1% they are same. LOD, fixed calculation comes under LODs where we define granularity. And when we come to table calculation, they give you the output based on the values that are present in the view. There's a hell lot of difference. Okay.
Okay.
I think that annadi quick table calculations anukunta.
Is it quick table calculations or fixed? Hello.
Gopi, you said quick table calculations, right?
Fixed or quick table calculation and table calculations are the same, but only thing is quick table calculation, they directly give you calculation, running total they'll give you. But again, if you want to see the calculation, double click on this quick table calculation, you can see what Tableau has used for that table calculation. Okay.
Rajesh, it's Andrew back here. So you remember I was talking about something called as ABC analysis?
Yeah, somewhere we talked about that, right?
Yes. So is this done or am I interrupting in between?
No, done. Yeah, tell me.
So I just want to share my screen and show you what exactly I'm looking for.
Okay, just a moment. Yeah.
So is my screen visible?
Yes.
So this is the ABC analysis I'm talking about. So you can see the AB, right? So this is a changeable parameter. I can change it to 60%, 40%, or any percent I want. A. So I will be setting my A and B. Automatically my C is calculated.
Actually,
yes.
It is not that it is not doable, but it is very tricky doing this.
Yes. So
now here,
I am stuck doing this.
Now here the problem is you need to use table calculations to get only this. Okay, rather.
So I will stop sharing my screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Now here, I'm not taking customer name, huge number of rows, so I'm taking only subject. Now here, the trickier part is, now generally, if you ask me to do this, in general, what I'll do is, I will show only till these rows here. I'll duplicate this and then I'll show these rows based on the parameter selection. It is okay. But here now the main trick is getting. Okay. Just a moment. Okay, I got an answer. Just a moment. Here, where is my calculation 5? Okay. Perfect. Okay. Duplicate this. Perfect. So this is A, this is B. Okay. Now you can use parameters to change that percentage. I'm not doing that. You can do that. So
Can
you can use
you just show me that calculation again?
first thing is
The particular
I got the
calculation you
first
did
value.
now.
I got the first value for everything. These first values, right? All these
Okay.
first. But this is going on to give you only till here. Whatever is in your what do you say? A group A, right?
Okay.
Then
So this is only my group A.
a max, right? Sorry. Just of that I took a max in here, not this. This one, sorry. So then I took Windows min of calculation 5 copy, which is giving me the first value, so that I'll get this. So whatever is greater than minus 13, all these, right? For that you are getting in here, rest all are getting hidden because I'm checking only true in here. Okay. Then here I'm doing a reverse of it so that I'll get the last. It is first is less than Windows min, then true. That is giving the last.
So basically we are doing 3 calculations, correct?
Yeah. First to identify the first value of the category that you are looking at, and then the next calculation is to hide, only show the group A values, and the other is next to name. The next is to show only group B values.
Okay. So since in one particular thing we are identifying only group A, right? That is fixed to 0.8, that is 80%. But when I'm using parameter and if I'm changing that 80% to 60%, then I don't think I'll be getting any values.
You will get values. Because here the parameter, we use the parametric value, right? Here if it is, now here in the same view,
yes,
it is 0.6.
No, again I'm changing, yeah, I'm changing it in the calculated field, correct? But what I am looking for is if I'm creating a parameter. Sorry.
Here, rather than using this, now here I created a parameter.
Okay.
Parameter 2 number. Okay. I'm using calculation 5. Here, rather than using this 0.6, I'm using my parameter 2. Here I'm using 0.6 equal to 6. Right. Like I changed only in one calculation, right? You can change in the other calculations and you can. It's changing if you see.
Yes. Yes. So
Okay.
this okay. I just have one last doubt about that parameter calculation. So can you just repeat the whole procedure once more, if you don't mind?
Can you watch the video
Particular
again?
procedure. Okay. If I
Only
where
for
do I
the
get this
parameter.
recording?
Only for the parameter.
Sorry.
You're asking only for the parameter.
Yes. Now we have calculated. We have created parameters. That's fine. Now how while linking the parameters to the calculated field. So that
Yeah,
particular
see, I'm just
calculation I
using
am actually
in the place
looking
of
for.
value, I'm using the parameter. That's it.
Okay. Okay. I understood. So it's very nice knowing this. Where can I access the recording?
In my channel, I have just this YouTube channel.
Okay.
I just posted in here.
So
Let me
can we just get it on? Okay. So then, okay, done. So the same video will be available on this particular
by
YouTube
tomorrow
channel.
most. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Rajesh, for the very fruitful session.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, then I'm going ahead and ending the session here, guys, because I have my sequence session starting at 2 p.m. So please do join that session if you want to learn. That is also free to access. Okay.
Hi sir, I'm so sorry.
సార్ ఈ వీడియో యూట్యూబ్ లో అప్లోడ్ చేస్తారా సార్?
Pardon?
ఇప్పుడు జరిగిన డౌట్ సెషన్ యూట్యూబ్ లో అప్లోడ్ చేస్తారా సార్ మీ ఛానల్?
Yeah, this doubt session will be uploaded in my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah. So someone else was asking you know?
Yes sir. Sorry for interrupting. I have one doubt with the connections with between building a relationship with the tables. Like I have 3-4 tables. In that I have different measures which I have to connect it to the Tableau. So how can I do that? And I think you have remembered me day before yesterday. I think yesterday or day before yesterday I called you through Instagram. Sorry, Telegram, Sushmita.
Sushmita, yes, I remember speaking to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry if I forget
Yeah,
because
it's okay, no worry. So like I'm facing a problem with building a connection because there are 3 sheets in a Google Sheets. In that we are building a report with the 3 levels. Like one is an ASM level, another one is a CRO level, and another one is a TSL level. So when I build a report with the ASM level, I'm getting an output correct, like with the targets and what are the achievements and sales points and everything. But when I'm building an a report based on a CRO level, I'm getting an output is like more than the to the target or the sales point or below that. So how can I build those relationship in one Tableau workbook?
Again, to be frank, without looking at the data, it's not possible.
Okay.
Because see, now I don't know what those tables are, what columns are, and what is the granularity of the column, and on what columns you are building these relationships, right? So without looking at that, it's not easy to come to a conclusion about
Okay. Okay, sir, I'll let you know. So I think you have a session again. I try to join in the afternoon session, and in the last I can ask, but because I need to open the thing, and
Okay.
possible, can you help me with that?
Yeah, we'll see. After 4 p.m., after the SQL session is done, yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay, sure, sir. I'll ping you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, guys. That's
Rajesh, sir, are you going to share that link, SQL link, here itself?
Please do join this link.
Yeah, if anybody is needed, no, they
join
have
the Telegram group. There we are sharing the link. It's not possible to share it individually, and with that the problem is we can share that, we can generate that link only when you start this. So when you start the session.
Okay.
That is why we will share only when that is about to start. Okay.
Super.
So please do join those Telegram group. Okay. Or else in the Telegram group, I don't have in this, but let me join from here just a moment. Okay. Okay. Now it is here. You can type in Tableau Rayapati. You'll get this Telegram group, right? Else type data analytics discussion. Right? In any of these two, if you can join, you'll get the access. See, we generally share all our updates in here. Right? Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay then. Okay, guys. We'll again meet at 2 p.m. Okay? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
హలో
హలో అన్న. అదే ఇప్పుడు నేనన్న గోపిన్ క్లాస్ అటెండ్ అయిన తర్వాత కాల్ చేయమన్నారు కదా. ఓకే ఓకే అన్న. అది ఇందాక సెట్ చేశారు కదా దాని గురించలే.